The following program contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and the girls, welcome to Ox After Dark, the late night great night show where Dean the Dream Martin, Lane the Midnight Collector, and Classy Thomas talk about our dreams, our lives, our trials, our tribulations, and more. Dean, how are you doing today?
Not too shabby. Went to bed kind of late. Ate some fried chicken when I got up. It's been pretty good, you know. No real complaints over here. Had a good night on the show yesterday. We had fun. Called Indiana Jones.
A bonus point.
That was fun. I didn't think it was gonna be that soon.
I guess it should have been obvious, you know, because Hasbro has made so much stuff, and then
Right.
Mezco was announcing theirs today actually, and so it made sense that Hot Toys dropped theirs today as well. So that was
That was kind of the
pick.
point I made during the show. I was like, you know,
I wasn't listening.
oh, I
kidding.
said.
Just kidding.
Usually when other toy companies are doing something or third party, it's kind of an indicator of what's happening in the, you know, the toy
It almost
scene.
reminds me last year with Arena Boba Fett, how Hasbro had made one, and then Hot Toys pretty much right away.
Yeah, and I had, you know, that third party one came out. I think you have it, don't you?
No, I want it.
I thought you got one from
Oh well, no. I have a
kid bag.
I think it's a mix of first party. and-
Okay.
I think it actually may all be first party stuff.
Yeah, and I remember that a third party one had come out with an indie.
Present
and
Toys.
I was just like, yeah, I think that Hot Toys is going to drop an indie. So with the new movie coming out, it's kind of a
Thanks, Cody.
no-brainer. So
I feel like a
Glad I
fucking
got-
whale this week, but I appreciate you guys saying I have gains.
Feels like an 80s throwback week. Since we had Back to the Future come out, and we had Back to the Future come say hello, and we had Indiana Jones come swinging in.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. Lane, how has your week been so far?
Been pretty good for the most part. Obviously, the heat has been quite intense and everything, and my drive home yesterday was especially bad because my AC was kind of acting up a little bit. So having to drive through downtown Austin at 5:45, 5:50 in the evening kind of sucked.
Mhm.
I was very surprised. Something that had me kind of like, whoa. And maybe it's something we can spend a couple of minutes talking about how things is. It's rumored that The Flash is going to be coming on to streaming July 17th.
That seems soon, but it's also performing terribly.
Yeah, no, I just thought something would be interesting for how fast does that say for how that movie is doing and everything. I was very surprised seeing that today because it's like literally out a month and then it's on streaming service.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Now, I think it's just a rumor thing. I don't think it's. At least what I read, it was rumored, so it might be actually true. I'm not 100%, but
yeah,
I thought that was kind of crazy just seeing that today, like a couple hours ago.
Yeah, that's a wild. I wouldn't mind. I do want to see the movie. I just don't want to spend. You know, my wife and I go. That's $30 on tickets and then another $20 on popcorn and soda. Like, I don't want to spend 50, 60 bucks.
And there are some ones you actually say, if you hadn't seen Across the Spider-Verse yet, which seems to be doing better, which would last longer, or you know, we're into a lot of different nerdy stuff. Transformers, if you hadn't seen that one yet, is also still out too, and whatever else is coming.
John Wick is already. You could rent that. That's been up for weeks already. Yeah, and it's like that movie's still in theaters, and yeah, it's. I think it just depends on the studio, I guess.
Yeah. Thomas, how we doing today, bud?
Sorry, I had to find unmute.
You got a little technical difficulties.
Yeah, I'm actually doing pretty good. I've been, for some reason, I've been really, really tired. Well, probably because I'm staying up till 3 and 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wind up sleeping through the day. I don't know if I'm trying to get myself ready to work second shift somewhere, but man, I tell you what, I mean, I've just been up, having a hard time going to sleep, and then sleep during the day. And then today, man, and I was so mad about this. I had some shrimp, not pot stickers. I think they were shrimp dumplings. And I was so looking forward to that for lunch. And I ate it, and all of a sudden I started feeling nauseous, and I threw them all up.
Oh.
And I was so pissed off about that because I love those shrimp dumplings. So I don't know what was happening, but hey,
you hate to see it.
I know. But you know what? Other than that, I'm having a pretty good day.
Wow.
And I got this in the mail. I think I got it late last week, but
oh, I fucking hate you so much, bro.
yeah,
What is that?
It's
the
Paul Atreides.
Yeah,
Oh, I fucking hate you,
Yeah,
Thomas.
it is
That is, I'm jealous.
it was really really nice too. They did.
Have
they
you
did a
have
really
you
good
opened it
job.
yet?
I have. You want to see it?
Yeah, let's rip that open
Well-
real quick if you don't mind. Lane,
Sure.
go ahead.
Well, I thought it was crazy. I just got noticed Crosshair ship.
Oh hell yeah, baby.
Yeah, but I don't know if you guys have seen, but I thought it was interesting. You know, we've generally been seeing, if you check even in Hong Kong, some prices.
fucking hate you.
Ooh, that looks cool. So is this an official or a third party?
This is a licensed figure.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So this is one that was announced
It's
like over a
it's
year or
licensed,
something ago.
I think, only in Asia though. It's not for
Okay.
us.
It's called
Yeah.
Legendary. It's called Legendary Studios, I believe. Legendary.
Legendary is the film company. It's
Oh,
Og
yeah.
Toys.
All toys. Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
Look at that. Alvin J says, "What's up, Dean Stradamus?" While Thomas is getting that open, we got Toy Mafia, Mark Pearson, Eddie Aero Maestro, Bob Dylan, Cody J. Hay. Again, I just feel terrible this week. I feel like I look terrible. But if you guys are seeing the games, then I'm here for it. Toy Cartel, Toy Mafia. Toy Cartel, I need to work on that STL that you want from me. I promise I'm going to try to get some work done on this weekend. Let's see. Bob
Whoops.
Dylan, Badfish, Irwin. I haven't seen Secret Invasion, but if you guys want spoiler talk, I guess we can all start
I haven't
watching it.
watched it.
I was
Let's
gonna wait
see.
for it to be over, but
Look at
Oh
this.
wow, I like the uniform.
Yes.
I got dibs. I got
It's
dibs.
extremely well tailored. And
Calling it right now,
Ooh,
dibs.
basic
the
stuff.
head sculpt they did a fine job of that also. And he has some pretty cool accessories. He's got this
drone.
little hat, but the hat he has to kind of just hold under his arm because the
hair.
it doesn't really fit on the sculpted hair.
Yeah, so this is his like Kaladin outfit, basically.
Yeah,
for the first
exactly.
part of the
Yeah,
movie.
from the opening.
Yeah, but he's got this nice book, but actually this book does not close. It's just got the these pages, but it doesn't open and close. It stays
so-
open to this.
Yeah.
So it's one step behind the Darkhold.
Right. Uh-huh.
'Cause the
But he
Darkhold
does
is-
have another little thing Bless you. Bless you.
sorry.
I like it.
And then he's got a stand under here somewhere. Let me see.
It's got that
where
drone, right? That little light thing.
Hold on a second. It might be. I think there's a tray underneath here.
It looks like a little tire or something that floats.
Right. Yes, I believe you are correct. Yeah, he's got. There we go.
Yo.
He's got this coat. I think might be what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
that's the drone, yeah.
The drone, And of course, he's
man,
got the
looks sick.
crotch grabber to go with his stand, which is underneath him. And he's got his coat and everything. But yeah, it's actually really cool. I mean, I haven't really taken it out and posed it or done anything much with it, but it's really, really nice.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, I
Time Walker
cannot
has it
believe-
for $256.99.
I think Kit has it.
I think that's where I
Get 10
got
bucks
it.
off, Tommy.
I think I've made a purchase before, but you may be right. Let me check.
I think he has it for 256 or something. I was just looking at it.
So, Thomas, did they
Yeah.
do him also in the
You're
suit
correcting.
did they also do a version or have a version of the figure coming of him actually in his
Yeah. So
Yeah,
so
I
we
think they
talked.
just released it.
his suit?
Yeah, we
I mean,
talked
they-
about it
they
last
just,
night.
Yeah, they just have. Yeah, they have a really good. Yeah, I've actually pre-ordered. I saw you were ordering yours online when I did mine.
I wasn't paying attention.
But it's really 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 nice. I like these Dune figures. Like I have a. Well, I don't have it yet, but when I get my Maji case, what I want to do is take my movie figures, things specifically for movie, and I'm just going to put them in a case together. Like I've got, my Matrix ones, and I've got these other ones, and I said, well, let me, if I put together several of the Dune figures, and I'll put them in there also, and so then I'll kind of have my movie reference, area of the collection. And yeah, I'm a little ticked off because I was actually getting things set up to start doing my my current collection tour. Yeah, and of course when I kind of had that little episode of lunch, kind of threw my schedule off. I think I'm gonna try and do that. Try and work on that tomorrow, and then I can kind of get it posted because I'm kind of thinking I might want to, because it's actually it's a huge. I mean, I think I've probably got about maybe 15 or 20 figures in that Maji case, and so I may have to take some of them out and display them individually so people can see them. So it's probably going to take a little bit more time in editing than I initially thought. But I'm kind of excited about that because I think that's probably what I would call my crown jewel, because it's my favorite team are the X-Men. So I'm kind of excited about that.
Yeah. Well,
fantastic.
I was going to say, Zach, I was checking out some of the Hong Kong sites for Crosshair.
Yeah.
Because, most of the things, even some ones that have been sold out, waitlisted here, like Ahsoka on, like, say, Toys Buying Agent, she's dropped in how much they're asking below retail. And even Luke Skywalker and some other ones. But I was really surprised. I checked out, I know everybody's favorite place. I checked out Toys Wonderland and Toys Buying Agent, which are obviously two well-known or, ones doing that. Toys Wonderland was charging $340 for him. And Toys Buying Agent, when I did the translation, was $407 for Crosshair. I couldn't believe it. Like, I guess that guy must have been like super tiny batch or something. If he's gone up that much, like, I was very surprised. I'm used to everything going this way.
Yeah,
for the most part, still, despite even maybe more scarcity. But I thought that was interesting to see with the Bad Batch, especially since the first two you can, still regularly get for sometimes even pretty decent lower prices.
Yeah.
So it makes me wonder what happened with Tech and Record possibly going forward.
So this is a good segue. I don't necessarily want to talk about this specifically, but God, there was so much drama in the community today, and I'm gonna get on a soapbox here for a bit, but I feel like as a community, I think we got to do better. I think, like, just all the shit posting about that event, and then even just like smaller creators. I mean, we're a smaller creator, obviously, than the big guys, but just other fellow smaller creators just stirring up shit. It's really unfortunate. Like, Thomas, you're just starting out, and Lane, you've been asked to make a channel, but I think the best piece of advice I can give to you guys is really pay attention to who you're streaming with and the things that they do, because all that reflects on you. And I'm not saying we're perfect, right? Like, I've certainly done terrible things and been a dick in the past. But I think on the whole, the biggest part of the reason why Dean and I don't stream with a lot of people is, we've been burned in the past. We brought people on, and then like a week later, they're part of just a bunch of drama, and it just, I felt like we got burned too many times on that, and it just got ugly. It was so toxic. It almost like I don't know. I just had to take a step back. Like, wow, like that's wild. It was really disappointing, and you know, we've certainly had our issues on CW, but I think, you know, when we have those issues, I think we handle them fairly privately, and we certainly don't make like a big show about it. But yeah, there's some stuff I saw today that, you know, from people that I thought like were pretty up and up, and yeah, it was a tough read today. Some of the things that I saw, and it seems just like there's just some people that just stir the pot, and you know,
now these
kind of gives the rest of us a bad name, to be honest.
I mean, was it stuff about figures or about other streamers or what?
Yeah, I saw a few. I mean, and it's not just today that things have happened. I mean, I just see like streamers calling out other streamers all the time, and you know, it's and this isn't just related to the Toys Wonderland 6-Scale Network thing. I'm talking about, now we're past that. I'm talking about just other things. But you know, the past few weeks, I just see like creators just calling each other out all the time, and it's just like, bro, we're too small. Like, it doesn't need to be that dramatic, right? Like, a lot of us have, you know, under 10,000 subs, and it's like, y'all are trying to kill each other out here, and it's like for nothing, right? Like, we're getting crumbs. Like, I don't know why it's so cutthroat. Yeah, Yomo, I don't really want to say any specifics. It's just,
right.
You know, there's just a lot of creators, you know, and there's new people coming in every day, and I feel like, there's just a lot of mess in the community, and you know, a lot of that you guys probably may not see, but when you do get a little taste of it, when you see it out in public, it's ugly. And I remember one time, like, Dean and I had gotten into a disagreement in front of a bunch of other collectors, and the first thing I told Dean afterwards, like, that can never happen again. Like,
yeah, Zach needs to watch his fucking mouth.
I'll fucking eat your ass, Dean.
But that's another thing, right?
That would be an
it was in front of other people, but it was just between Zach and I.
But it also,
like, we're not dragging a bunch of people into our own.
It also looked bad, though. It
looked bad, but again, we're not dragging other people through the mud. It's like,
I know
we had beef. Zach didn't learn his lesson, so I had to teach him.
What the fuck, bro?
And then
you got one figure right, and you think you're all that now, Dean.
No, this fool. When I created Pose Wars, I like set the rules out, and then he started questioning me on the rules. I'm like, Zach,
bro,
these are the rules,
judge, bro.
This is the rule. Bro. I'm telling you that this is what.
By that point, you gave me the rules, and I was running with them, baby.
And
I didn't agree. We resolved the issue, but it just, ever since then, I think we've done well to not publicly get into any of that.
Led to a one-way trip to Thunderdome.
There you go. Do you just like get calling out people in the political sphere on YouTube, which I'm oh god, that comment just jumped, which I'm into, but in collecting, like, why?
Well, the group shut down for 2 weeks. They'll see what's going to happen. I just was like, you know, it's one of the larger groups, and I honestly, you guys know me for a lot of the stuff. Usually if I start, I'm kind of with the thing where if I start seeing the stuff, I just kind of hit the button to close what's ever going on, and then wait to see what happened. I'm disappointed to see whatever happens. I'm disappointed to see, because that was it wasn't a tiny group, not a monstrous group, but you know, there were, whatever, excluding bots or other, there were thousands of people who were involved on that group, and that whatever you think about different things or people calling out or whatever, any of that crap, it means that there's a lot of people who would not be engaging in any of that drama stuff. You know, that was a simple way for them to communicate sometimes with each other. I mean, you got Messenger or whatever other thing, but that was a good thing for showing, you got a new figure in. It was a cool way that a lot of people maybe would check it out. I mean, there's a lot of channels, we all have them, but they had a good number of people on it. It was, I see where Badfish stands. # Dean was right.
That didn't be Badfish.
But it's, you know, it is. I think we can all agree it is the tricky side of social media. Is that where it does make it easier for communication and other things like that. Yeah. Humans are very good at drama. It doesn't matter what it is. You know, it could be over who has the cooler bath towels. You know, or what is a better color to put on your wall if you have certain stuff.
I just don't have time, Lane.
I know.
Like, I remember, I let me show you this. I vividly remember the first time we got like a really douchey comment, and I let it kind of ruin like a morning for me. Mm-hmm. And after that, I was like, you know what? That was a waste of a morning, and I don't care what this idiot had to say. Like, his stupid opinion had no bearing on mine. It was not constructive, and, you know, at the level that we're at, we don't get them that often, so it's easy to ignore. But I think as people that are getting into this, that want to do this, you have to learn to ignore things and just let things go.
Yep.
I can't even imagine, like, the stuff that Justin has to go through. I'm not Justin's, like, good friend. Like, I've talked to him a few times. I would say we're cordial. You know, he's helped us out with, coming on our show every once in a while. I have nothing but good things to say about him, but I don't know him that well. But if we get, like, a certain number of, like, shitty comments, I can't even imagine the number of shitty comments, like, proportionally, what that looks like. But for us, you know, and there's been people on our team that it's been harder for them to work through than others. But it's really, like, just ignore it, move forward, don't let it ruin you. Don't even take, like, a minute to, like, worry about it.
Because if there's issues too, sometimes a lot of things eventually behind the scenes will also work themselves out too. Yeah. You know, it doesn't always end in fire and brimstone. You know, it may feel like that a lot, but it doesn't always. And you know, there's a lot of channels. You know, it's just unfortunate that I think that a group that a lot of people are on who did not engage in drama can't, you know, it was an easy way for them to communicate or just do a quick message or whatever. So it'll come back. It should come back, and Justin's not part of it or whatever the heck is going to happen with it. Maybe it's going to have not quite as many people, but there'll still be a population there that will engage with each other. There will still probably be drama that pops up for one reason or another occasionally too. It's just going to happen. Humans interacting, that happens.
I don't think I've ever been a part of that group, so I don't know what happens.
Oh,
I know. I'm in my own little corner of the internet, man. I don't deal with that.
I know. You're too busy staring down 6-year-olds.
That's right. That is right.
To beat him up. Let's clarify that. That sounded weird.
Okay. Let me hear it. Just stare at them who accidentally punches kids in the face or something, or not accidentally. Yeah. But,
yeah, don't go around telling.
Yeah, no.
With no context.
Bro.
Okay, hold on 1 second. My friend's asking me real quick, and I'll be right back. And you can say hello.
Yeah. It's been my AC just went out again, so there's that. It's been a good day though. I went to the gym.
Sucks.
I mean, it's night, so it could be worse.
What are temperatures like over in Texas?
I don't know.
Currently,
what it is
probably
right
about
now.
100 right now.
Oh my God.
85 right now.
Oh, it's not bad. It was 95 yesterday at like midnight.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, it's hot, and it's like a wet heat, so you sweat a lot. It's kind of gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, very humid.
Yeah. It was a good day though. It was a good day. Went to work. I was only 2 minutes late to work. Fantastic. We finalized the date for OxCon. A bunch of people have already picked up flights for that.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm excited, Lane. You got to come down and visit everybody.
Yeah. Well, would you like to meet my friend? Everybody, this is the first time meeting him. You seen him?
Yeah, we're good. Just kidding. Yeah, bring him on.
Yep. This is my buddy Cletus Cassidy. He is also known as Carnage.
Damn it, Lane. You led that up for so long, Lane. How fucking dare you?
I'm surprised no one touched anything when I said he was the brains of behind, smaller scale and stuff. I did give things some subtle hints.
God damn it, Lane. I thought you were really bringing a friend.
Yeah.
Well, he's about as tall. He can say as tall in 6 scale as friends. So, hey guys, I didn't think it was right on Monday so much that I did talk about the figure almost as much as Venom. Without people had not had a chance to see him. And obviously this is not an unboxing. So I wanted to bring him on tonight so some people who may have watched on Monday could actually see. But I wanted to surprise you guys too, because I know you guys don't own this figure as well. So dude, I wanted to, and I have the secondary. I do apologize, just kind of deceive you guys, but I thought that this might be more funny.
It was funny. The way you brought that in was really funny, actually.
Yeah, but I mentioned brains, and I did some other things, waiting to see if you would catch on. Like, wait a minute, this is sounded a little weird. Like, what do you mean there? You
just kind of talk weird, Lane. What can I say?
I know.
I didn't know what to expect.
But this is also, guys, a showcase. This is literally the figure that you can win. That'll be part of the giveaway and stuff.
We're sending a new copy. It's not literally the same figure.
Not this figure. I said for this figure. Not this figure.
Yeah.
We're not giving away my figure. But so you guys could actually see this because this guy was just too big to unbox live. So I thought it would be cool to take like 5 minutes or so people would actually look at this. It's kind of showing off. This is what we want you to actually have an opportunity to win and give away. And what. Now, I don't have all the pieces out and everything because this guy kind of makes Venom look like nothing, but I thought it would be easy enough to kind of show just like here, like basically, guys, these pieces are different ends that attach to the tentacles like you may have seen with Venom, except these are all different detachable pieces. It comes with like 10 or 12 different things that you can attach to him. It's insane. It's insane. He's also got more tentacles, like even up to one that has 3 different attachments you can do. But so you could.
He kind of looks like he's been flayed.
Yeah, all bony and like with the things here. But I just thought if you see like just all the little writhing tentacles and stuff like that, he's not smooth, like the complete opposite of Venom. This is actually one of the hands switch outs that you can do. I call this the biggest middle finger in 6 scale. There, it looks to me like he's doing. But just obviously no head sculpt like the Tom Hardy one. And what I think is really cool, this body and stuff, it's still got the ooziness and stuff like the full bodysuit. But as you can see here, you can see the joints a little bit because, guys, this guy's almost 17 inches tall. Like, he dwarfs almost Venom. He's bigger. But just this arm attachment, which he had to, like, remove it. This thing's, like, I don't know, almost like got to be almost 10 or 11 inches long. So,
wow.
For the arm piece there and everything. And, so this is the collector's edition version. This is not the one that comes with the actual, like the head sculpt with the base, not the base, but where you do it. But as you can see, this guy is just so cool looking. I know we probably hadn't anyone who had seen him, so I thought this would be a neat little thing where people could actually see, since you guys are doing a giveaway for it. So it'd be a nice little showcase.
The bonus code for tonight is friend, FRIEND, friend. And,
I apologize, guys, for being a little deceiving there, but I thought that this would be cool.
Link in the YouTube comments if you want to join that giveaway. The After Dark Unboxing Edition. Mark said with Lane said brains. I thought he was going to squeeze a sack and get the YouTube channel taken down.
Thanks.
Jesus Christ.
That's where we're at, man. That's where we're at.
Yeah, that's where we're at, I guess. Oh, man. What a day. My AC is still freaking out. And it's weird because it was acting up in May, and we we had it serviced, and they said they fixed the issue, but I guess not. But it is hot, so gotta hopefully figure that out tomorrow.
I'm glad my AC is working because I'm working from home tomorrow, so that would suck. I feel like driving to the office instead. I'm just happy I just got confirmed. I got off the 3rd, so I got off Monday. So I actually have a 4-day weekend.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, I mean, I literally this year have not taken a day off that was not because I was sick. Like I had something happening, like I had furniture getting delivered, or I'd go to a doctor's appointment, or whatever, So it's not necessarily a day off because you got to go. You're doing it for doing something, or people come to visit. So it's going to be my first day off where I just sit back and relax.
Do you have plans? Like you can do anything fun?
Nope. July 4th weekend, I want to just relax, because it's going to be a busy second half of the year. So I just need to wind down a little bit. Means I can do something like After Dark on Monday night if we end up doing it, and I'm off Tuesday. So there's no I got to worry about going to bed. Stuff like that. You can just relax and whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. The gym is closed on Tuesday, so gonna celebrate America. Pour one out for G Dubs. I don't know what I'm gonna do this year. What's up, John? Mark Pearson says, really sorry, Zach, to keep a window unit in the basement in case something happens. No way I'm sleeping anything over 72 degrees. Yeah, I'm gonna go mess with it after the show. I'm gonna go. I have this metal rod that the last time that it happened in May, there was a snail that crawled up the little pipe. It's a drainage pipe, so.
Hey, Mr. Everyday Collector.
Yeah,
this is John. How are you doing?
Blocking a bunch of shit, but I'll mess with that after the show. Fortunately, though, like I said, it is night, so it's not like I'm doing this shit in the heat of the day.
Yeah.
No. So, Thomas, you or Dean, do you guys have something you'll be doing over 4th of July weekend upcoming here? Do you have family coming to? Well, do you guys have any plans of stuff going on?
I don't really have any plans going on. Most of my family is out of town. I have my sister in Kentucky and my other sister's in Atlanta. So I think they're going to be going, I think, in about a week or so to our family reunion, which is going to be in Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh, nice.
So I'm not going to go. I'm still not traveling right now. So which is going to kind of suck a little bit. But maybe in the next year, maybe I'll start feeling more comfortable with getting about and things like that. I'm like I said, I'm still because of my health, I just don't like being in situations where I'm real far away from my doctors just in case something happens. So so I'm just gonna play it safe and play it easy, and maybe just grill up a burger or so, call some friends, see what's going on. Maybe do a Zoom call with some buddies or something like that, see what's happening.
Badfish, I would say it's more like Canada export its smoked its Southern Neighbors Day, since the Midwest is supposed to be getting smoke filling up like there in Minnesota and other areas like today and tomorrow.
Where are they getting smoke from?
From the fires in Canada, in the Midwest.
The fires are still going? I thought they they just traveled a little bit further west, I guess.
Dude, it's been real hazy here because of the fires.
Oh man,
it's crazy. But yeah, I'll probably just go up to the hill country and spend time at the ranch and do a cookout. We usually just keep it chill. No fireworks for us. Maybe shoot some guns. We'll see.
A true American 4th of July, baby.
Yeah.
Speaking of negative comments,
what?
On the other channel, this dickhead was like, "Bro, your accuracy sucks." I'm like, 7 yards, 6 shots in 2 seconds. All of them are my group isn't super great, but I'm also not technically aiming. It's just called point, where you just, you got to get the shots off quickly, and
people, it's like, okay.
I'm like,
so?
okay, like that, And Dean was watching me do it. It was like, draw quickly, boom, then you're done. But people just have negative things to say. But yeah, the
he probably can't even afford a gun. That's why he's saying that.
I don't know. He'd have no videos. I typically I don't know. We typically do stuff on 4th of July, so I don't know. I haven't been told that there's any plans, so I don't know really what we're doing. My parents just got their pool finished, so we it's actually really cool. We went there Sunday for my birthday, and I don't know if I mentioned this, but I got a GoPro from one of our Patreon members.
Oh, good for you.
It's fucking dope. We have this like mount. It's like a kid's mount. I need to get a bigger one for me, but we strapped it to my daughter, and she was jumping in the pool, and she just learned how to like swim in the deep end. So the footage is really cool. I really liked it.
Cool.
So, I mean, it's an older.
Does she jump in without water wings or?
Yeah. Now she's at that ability where she just goes right in. So
wow.
Obviously we never let her swim alone, but I was really impressed with it. Yeah, this thing is awesome. It shoots like, I don't know, like 1,000K or like 10K. It shoots like crazy K footage and like super high frame rate. But I was kind of just doing 4K 24 for that cinematic look, and it came out. The video came out really good. We put in the Patreon chat, and it's funny because the app has like you can kind of drag video clips in, and then it like kind of generates a like a edited video. It's really cool. I'm actually really excited to no, Badfish, I just said 10K just for shits. I don't know, it's a lot of K in there. I don't know. Yeah, just, I mean, it's really cool how it works. In fact, I want to see if I can pull up the video. Let's see if we can't share it here. Let's see. I don't remember what chat I shared it in, but...
Well, here's a question to you guys as well. So this is not directly, because next week you guys will talk about the Indiana Jones figure specifics. But having seen that announcement now, does that make you guys feel like you more want a Han Solo figure, whichever original trilogy movie it would be? Or does seem that got announced, and does it put more acceptance to you now that we will never get a regular Han Solo again, at least in Harrison Ford's lifetime?
Well, the important thing is to understand that those are mutually exclusive things. They are not, just because there is one does not mean there is the other, right? So
no,
some people were saying, well, yeah, so some people were saying that when Disney bought Lucasfilm, a lot of the likeness rights had returned to the actors, and so obviously he has not signed off on that OT stuff, but when he signed on for The Force Awakens, that was a part of that contract. So allegedly, but yeah, I'll be honest, like, a lot of people are excited, but whoever's doing that, please stop. But like, I don't know that that's really anyone's indie. He's fucking old, man. I think people are just excited they have a chance to get an indie at retail, which, I don't want to take that away from anybody.
Yeah.
But the figure looks good. I mean, I think as good as I've always thought that the old man Han was an excellent likeness. So, they already had a pretty strong basis to go from. But I don't know, man. Bro, I saw that motherfucker run in that Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and that shit was like 10 years ago. So that's a lot of hard miles. More? Because it was 2008?
Yeah, it's 15 years ago.
15 years. Oh my
god. He was only 65. Remember, now when they filmed this and stuff was like finishing it like last year, but he was late 70s. So I mean, it just I don't even think Indy actually the character Indy is as old as Harrison Ford actually is. Like in the in timeline for him. I don't think he's that old yet, but
yeah,
it's for me, I just mean it more. Do we gain acceptance? We probably at least why Harrison Ford is alive. We probably will not get his likeness for again. It's pushed me more to kind of acceptance that we probably won't.
Also, it depends on how loyal his family is. Like if they would after he dies.
Yeah. But I mean, we always say never ever because Hot Toys pull stuff out of their butts that we just like what, like what?
I was shocked. I was shocked when I saw the Indy for about 10 minutes, and I was like, well, it makes sense. But I just love that Dean Stradamus called it, man. That shit was fucking put a smile on my face. So this is the GoPro footage here. I don't know if this music is copyrighted, but we're gonna play it anyways. So that's my parents' house. So they have a huge pool in their backyard, and so my kid's wearing the camera at this point, and my parents' dogs and let me turn down a little bit. So this is 11 feet deep. So she's now at that age where she just swims and swims and swims, and she swims every day at daycare. And yeah, Badfish. We have a lot of people that come over all the time. We do like big family parties. And we have 2 dogs. My parents have a dog. My brother has 2 dogs. So we brought all the dogs, and we had like a dog pool party. It was fun. So she was having fun jumping in the pool. My parents are really excited because they just got their pool redone. So they're all happy to be hosting. There's my kid.
Actually have people using it.
Yeah. But the footage is fucking dope. I actually really am happy with the
I'm used to
the GoPro.
Unfortunately, I'm only used to seeing stuff like this when there seems to be like a great white shark's mouth at the other end of the shot or something.
Yeah.
Dude, I had one the other day where someone was doing that, like in a video had hundreds of thousands of views. I just clicked on it, and they did it, and they saw it.
Those are my dogs, by the way. Those 2 dogs.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
My little baby there.
Oh.
I actually know, I'm not going to tell you guys, but I know the gender of my child. And I'm very excited to share that with you guys when the time is right. And the baby is healthy. We got all the genetic testing back, so.
That's good.
And look at this. My dog got on the little floaty. I thought it was so funny. And then all the dogs were running around the pool. It was fun. So, yeah, it was a good day. That's Oxpup. If you guys are in the Patreon chat, he's fucking huge now. Little Charlie.
How old is he?
6 months old. He's a fucking
6 months.
monster. He's a chocolate lab. He's fucking huge.
Wow.
So they're like 70 pounds. Fucker's massive.
So he's gonna still get probably anot least.
Yeah, he's probably about 100 pounds. Yeah, probably close to 100 because they say that he'll stop growing at like a year and a half. So he's got about a year left.
Yeah, the biggest dog I ever saw was my cousin. She had a big old dog that was like half some kind of mastiff and something else. It was like a 160-pound dog. It was so big, like it would, like to sit on her big couch. Like he would just put his entire back half of his body and then just have his feet standing there at the edge because he was so big. He took up the entire thing. Just such a big dog. And then her babies would always climb on his back. And he would just walk around with them all the time.
Just to clarify, this is my parents' backyard. My backyard is huge, but yeah, it's theirs has like a pool and stuff. Yeah, I'm excited to share all that stuff with you guys.
It's very cool. Well, I'm gonna make a call on something. I am going to predict.
Okay, here we go.
That you're having a boy.
Okay. What about you, Lane?
I think I'll wait for when you actually reveal it.
Smart man. Dean can't guess because I've told Dean.
Okay.
But yeah, Badfish is my backyard is 10 feet by 14 feet. My parents' backyard, I think it's kind of weird because their house. Here, let me. Dean, what was that? Oh, like online paint. Let me see. I'm gonna draw my parents' backyard. Their backyard is a really odd shape. Here we go. So this is their house here. God, let me. I'm not an artisan. That was a terrible house.
Okay, 3D printing pro, hand drawing, stick figure theater back from like kindergarten, right?
So their yard goes like this, and then it goes like this, and then it goes like at an angle, and then it goes down, and then it goes around. This probably isn't to scale. I would say their house actually...
It looks like someone was drunk when they were doing up the property lines.
Well, no, because their house, there's like a house here, 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 a house here. And then the pool is about right here. And then they have a shed here and a shed here. And they used to have parked their trailer here, but they don't do that anymore. But maybe this isn't exactly the scale. Maybe it's more like that. But yeah, it's a weird yard. Whereas my house is like this. That's a terrible rectangle. But my yard basically just goes 50 feet straight back, 50 feet across, 50 feet down. It's a nice little rectangle. And then my front is like 40 feet. So yeah, their lot is really weird. They're because they live in a cul-de-sac. I don't know if that's the reason why.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, they added. It's funny because
like a almost like a angle type of thing.
Yeah, it's a weird. But they have. I think when they bought the house, the realtor had said that their yard is like the top 5 largest in the neighborhood, and their pool is the largest in the neighborhood. I think because it's 11 feet deep. I think it's like a 30,000 gallon pool.
Looks like Nebraska.
It's yeah. Look at that. Looks like Nebraska. Yeah. I miss Steve. I miss Steve a lot. It's good to see Steve in the chat. But yeah, that's I'm just so excited. I'm so excited that we finally firmed up OxCon for this year. We're gonna do it. If you're in Texas and you want to join, let's see here, September 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. So, yeah.
And they it's funny is because I lived on the river for about almost 7 years right across from Nebraska, across the Colorado, or was it the Missouri?
Yeah,
I think it was Colorado. I lived at the very edge of Iowa. That was right across the river from Omaha.
Interesting.
So I used to, at Council Bluffs, like where Hell on Wheels started from. His first
Wheels
couple episodes.
Wheels,
Well, no, Hell on Wheels. Yeah, that was a TV series that was on, I think, AMC back, going back, I think 7 or 8 years now. I had like Com Meaney, Mr. O'Brien from Star Trek and stuff as a recurring character, which was about the building of the railroads and the competition to build them. Yeah, it was good. The Swede, man, one of the best villainous characters, even though he probably should have died like at least 3 or 4 times. And it had a like Brigham Young in it. It had a lot of like, late 19th century people in it. But hey, Dean, are you playing, or did you pick up Final Fantasy 16? And if so, are you liking that? You're a Final Fantasy guy too, so I know you're more 7 is like that's your big deal. But
yeah, I haven't picked it up. I'll probably pick it up on Payday. I was waiting for Payday, so it looks, from what I've heard, it's fantastic. I've watched the first 2 hours. About like a couple of weeks before the game came out, they released the first 2 hours. Mm-hmm. So I watched that, and it was pretty intriguing. So, yeah, I'm definitely keen on playing it soon.
It definitely has more of the remake. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Mr. Musashi says a lot of Canadian properties don't have big backyards, especially in the city areas. You could be forced to interact with neighbors. It's weird that I have such a big backyard because all my neighbors have the similar yard. I live in the medical center, so I live like in a pretty developed. That's a good word. Developed part of town. But my neighborhood's really old, so I think they built it before the house. Like, there's some neighborhoods, and I'm sure you've seen them next to where I live, that, I mean, you could spitball and hit your neighbor's window. Like, it's really close. Let's see here. Alvin J says, free room and board for OxCon. Let me hang out your parents' pool. We may do a pool something during OxCon. And then to answer your question, casual, they updated everything. I tested it last night. We're good to go. Yeah. I think we're going to try to record OxPD tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. We got Nick's Collectibles in the chat. Nick, Great guy. I want to talk about two things. Two things before we cut this one off. I mentioned this earlier, but have y'all ever done something really stupid to fix a figure and it actually works? I had a miracle happen last night. I had an absolute miracle. So I bought like 5 retro symbiote Spider-Mans from Entertainment Earth, but they're taking forever to ship them. I think they actually just shipped them
That's
today.
a lot, man.
It's my favorite figure that I bought this year. I'm stocking up. But I bought 2 recently, and 1 was sealed. And I was like, dude, I don't want to wait to play with another one of these things. Like, I want to open this. It's like the symbiote was calling to me. And so I opened it up. Badfish, bro, if you come down, bro, that'd be fucking dope. I opened it up, and oh, I love when you record in the group, Cash. It's fucking hilarious. I opened it up, and it had 2 big-ass dents in his forehead from the clamshell had, like, dug in. Now, I had 2 of the new Miles that came in, and both of them had that same dent. This is my 3rd brand new Marvel Legends in a row that had that issue, and I was fucking pissed. I was like, bro, fuck this. I was about to go scorched earth on Hasbro. And so I was like, you know what? Before I do anything, I'm just going to take a blow dryer and I'm going to blow dry that dent and see if I can't get it to, like, because sometimes when you heat plastic, it'll sort of not heal, but it'll return to, like, its original shape. You know, like if you get a package, I figure in the package the tail's all crooked or something, you can heat it up and put it under cold water. And I did that, and it fucking worked. I wouldn't say it's 100%, it's like 98%. But now I can play with it, and I've been playing with this thing all day. Far and away, the favorite figure that I've bought this year is the Retro Symbiote. I now own... I'll own 9. 1 of the cell shaded, and then the rest are the regular ones. That's how good of a figure is. I fucking love that figure. And I'm not gonna open all of them, obviously, but I need to have like a backup. Yeah, Toy Cartel next year. I don't know if we're gonna do it in Texas next year. We have to kind of figure that out. Some people said they want us to do it in other places, but we'll see. But we're definitely doing OxCon every year. The second thing I want to talk about is, do you guys have any great movie going experiences, right? Like memorable movies. I'm gonna share one with you guys. It was right before my wedding, because my anniversary was, because I was thinking about it. Right before my wedding, we had went and got like the fitting for the tux. And I remember I was so excited because my mom had promised that she was going to take me and the whole family, like my dad, Victoria, my brothers, to go see Jurassic World. And I remember we got there, and they had like one of the Jeeps up front. It was the Jurassic World Jeep. It was like the classic one. And I had a Jurassic World t-shirt, and we had delicious margaritas, and the movie was fucking awesome. And I was watching the movie, like I've been watching it like in 30-minute chunks during cardio at the gym, and it's so fun. I fucking love that movie. And I started watching it again and remembering all this stuff. I just got the Super Colossal Indominus Rex. It's like 40 inches long. This guy gave it to me for like a steal on Mercari. I think he may have lost money because I think I only paid like $20 for it, and then like $10 to ship it. I know that fucking 40-inch figure does not cost $10 to ship. So I am so excited. It comes tomorrow. But do you guys have any like really memorable film? And it's memorable to me because right before I got married, and I think it was the last time all my family got to go see a film together. It might be. What about y'all?
Well, I actually have 2 really memorable ones. One was the more recent of the 2 was it was Christmas time, and it was after my mother had passed away. And so my dad and my older sister, Benita, who lives in Kentucky, we all drove down to my other sister's down in Stone Mountain, Georgia. So we went there, and on Christmas Day, usually on Christmas Day, we like to see if there's a good movie, and we'll go out to see a movie on Christmas. Well, Dreamgirls was out, and I had actually seen it on Broadway when I was in high school. And I said, "Oh, we gotta go see Dreamgirls," and my dad was down for it also. So I mean, and that was the first time, probably since I was a small child back in the '60s. This was the first time that we had really all gone together to a movie, and we just had such a good time. But the most memorable and the best one was when I was in college. It was around the time when Top Gun first came out, and I had a buddy who worked at Langley, and he actually took me on the base, and I think there was an F-15 there, so I got a chance to actually see one up close. And when I got home, I told my dad, "Yeah, I went down there and I saw F-15. He said, "Yeah." He said, "Awesome." He said, "You want to go see Top Gun?" And I was like, "Yeah." I mean, my dad was not really the type to suggest a movie, but clearly he wanted to go see that. And I just sit back and I remember just how much he smiled and how much we talked about it afterwards. And it was a great movie going experience. And Top Gun, of course, was, that movie was awesome. Yeah. But yeah, those are my two really, really good memories. I mean, I still to this day remember every movie that my father saw. Now, we didn't see this one in the theaters, but my mom and my dad, I remember we watched Beetlejuice when it came on television. Uh-huh. And I never thought that would be a movie that my parents would want to see, but they loved Beetlejuice. I remember before my mother passed, she would still talk about, she would call them Beetle House or Beatles. She would always mess up the name, just kind of mess with me. Yeah, Beetlemeyer. I'm like, no, Beetlejuice, Mom. but yeah, we just and it was just so fun to see it gave me a chance to see what my parents were like when they were my age, because they got a chance to laugh and just be fun and just have a good time enjoying something that I enjoyed in my youth. So that was a real precious memory also.
Yeah. I love that. Thank you for sharing. GJ says Infinity War, Endgame, and No Way Home are some of the most memorable movie-going experiences. Only movies I've cheered for in the Endgame Avengers Assemble scene made me cry. Mark says Katrina and I started dating July 19th, 2008. Took her to see The Dark Knight, and she didn't talk at all during the movie. Knew she was the one. DJ says the MCU has been my childhood and now my adulthood. First Iron Man came out when I was 12. Badfish says I'm 5 minutes behind now. I had to go kill a bug, literally two of the same beetle type bugs, big mofos. I don't know how they got in. Mr. Musashi, one of my most memorable movie experiences was seeing Braveheart in the theater. Not only was it 3 hours long with an intermission, but it was an epic on the big screen. The battles were insane. I would say also seeing.
Oh, you got two?
Thomas had two.
Actually, I had three. Wow. I snuck one in there.
Yeah, go ahead, Dean.
No, you go ahead.
No, it's okay. I'm good.
No, giving you shit.
It's okay. I don't want to do it anymore. We're gonna have a big fight and be tweeting about this, Dean. Just being able to see Return of the King with Victoria. It was a few months ago, and it was one of those times that actually Dean abandoned me, so that's why I had an extra ticket. But because I thought he was gonna go with me, and so I bought 2 tickets, and he's like, "No, I don't want to see it." So
actually, I never said I was gonna go.
You never said you were gonna go, but I thought you were gonna be a bro and go with me, and we're gonna have a nice evening together.
Time to get on the Facebook group and start typing in.
Someone tweeted. Victoria went with me, and we just had such a lovely evening, and it was very unexpected, and I didn't think it was possible because it was a late movie, and so it was a Sunday night film as well, and we had to call in a bunch of favors, but it worked, and it was fantastic. Dean, Lane, do you guys have any you want to share?
Yeah, I had I was dating this girl, and we had bonded over music. That's like why we started hanging out was music. We would like make each other CDs, like, "Oh, have you heard this song? Have you heard this song?" And really? One of the biggest things we bonded over was Daft Punk. We both really loved Daft Punk. And when years later, when Tron was announced, it was like, yo, we have to see this movie together. Like, I'm not seeing this movie without you. So I got us IMAX 4D opening night tickets. So the tickets alone were like $20 each. It was like really expensive. But we went to go see it together. And that's the only movie I've seen since in 4D. It was fucking wild. Because there's a lot of like motion scenes where he's like on the motorcycle when he's running from the cops, and then in the actual Tron world where they're on the light cycles, and then they're in those like flying ships later in the movie. So there was a lot of like cool moments to experience the 4D. And then it was IMAX, so it was fucking beautiful. And then the scene with Daft Punk is incredible. So yeah, it was like easily the most memorable theater going experience I have. So
what's 4D like in theaters? I've never seen a 4D movie in a theater.
You're on like these big ass seats, and the seats have motors in them. Sometimes they have like air vents to like hit you with air, depending on like what's going on in the scene. Like there's like a helicopter or something that'd be like puffy with air, and the seats move. Like literally, when he was on the motorcycle, is like weaving in and out of traffic. That's what the seats do. Oh my God. And I remember there's the scene where he runs to the top of the building and then jumps off. The seat's like perfectly still, and then it simulates you like falling, and so you literally like pull yourself out of your seat because you feel like you're falling. It's crazy. So yeah, 4D is. I don't know if a lot of places even have that still, but back then
I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Oh, go ahead, Lane.
I was gonna say speaking of that thing, I think I did 4K. Originally, this was some years ago back then, the closest movie theater to me, they had that 4D just in open, and the movie that they first had in there was Hardcore Henry, which was
hell yeah,
which was that video, basically a video game as a movie. Had the guy from District 9 and stuff, and a whole bunch of goofy roles and stuff.
Yeah, and so Hardcore Henry kicks ass.
Dude. That movie were like that, it was like being on a country gravel road with potholes, because you were like, because you were, bouncing around with the camera and stuff, with how they did that from the first person perspective. And like that movie, I like couldn't focus on the movie at the time because I was shifting around, because the character was in constant motion for like an hour and 35 minutes of insanity. Like it was funny. Like literally a video game as a movie.
It's funny that you mentioned CDs, Dean. It is funny. Lane, do you listen to CDs or MP3s?
I don't listen to a lot of music, honestly. I used to when I was younger, but like I'll put on sometimes songs or something, like I think I'm on YouTube on my computer or something like that. But I don't have like an MP3 list or something like that I listen to.
You don't have like a Rolodex of CDs?
I used to own like 200 CDs, and then I got rid of them all like probably 10 or 12 years ago.
Really? Do you want to see these nuts in your mouth? Damn it, Lane, you didn't fall for that as well as I wanted you to. Lane's good, man. Lane's a what's the word? He's a pro. He would never fall for something like that. Dude, it was so nostalgic messing with Eddie, because, we don't do that a lot anymore, but back when it was Eddie and Mario and John, it was like you're walking through a fucking minefield, bro. I remember you got me once. You said slop on D's, and I was like, it was during auction. Who's commenting? Slop on D's nuts? It's like, God damn. Oh man, that is funny.
I know Thomas probably hears this and goes, and I missed all this stuff. Where was I?
I know. Tom's like, I'm going back to bed. Yeah. Smilek says 89 Batman is very memorable to me. The summer was crazy with Batmania. The merchandise was everywhere. I still have my black corduroy Batman hat from back then. We'll end here. Erwin says, what's your favorite track, Dean? Mine is The Son of Flynn.
Oh, in the Tron movie? I mean, Yeah, it's
or the Daft Punk Club song. I don't know what it's called, but
I think isn't that D-Rez? I think is the one.
Yeah,
yeah. That's good stuff.
What's the one like kind of one of the main things like when Sam is like picked up and put into the on the ship and everything when he's going. That's like one of kind of the main themes of the entire movie. I forget what that one was called, but like I love that the sense of like, oh crap, I'm in trouble. That music gives you, and like you kind of get, what's going to happen to our boy here, kind of thing.
Yeah,
there's a new movie coming too.
Yeah,
there is. Morbius. What's his name? Jared Leto. Thank you. Well, let's end it here. The bonus code for the Carnage giveaway is friend. Remember that. I think only like 5 or 6 people entered the bonus code today, so get you a free entry if you enter that code. There's the link there. We love you guys. And Thomas, Lane, do you guys have anything you want to plug that you're doing the rest of the week?
Lane, you want to go first?
No, go ahead, Thomas.
The only thing I'm doing is I'm just going to try to do that collection tour. So that's going to be my goal, is to try to get that part started. And I got a few figure kit bashes that I'm working on also. So hopefully if I get those together, I'll be able to kind of start getting some content together. But that's pretty much it. Nothing specific planned, but except for the collection tour. So once I get it up, I'll make sure to let you guys know and invite you all into my collection.
Hell yeah, baby. What about you, Lane? What are you doing the rest of the week?
I'll be with Hot Toys Hotline tomorrow night, should be. Other than that, that's, at least for collectible stuff as of right now. And we'll see, I just wanted to do a final shout out to Aries. I know he doesn't catch this very much, but Cisco Cantina. Haven't heard from him recently, and I hope he's doing all right and stuff like that. Anyway, that was all.
Yeah. I know. There were certain things that happened, so I do hope that he's well.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll end that with that. We have OFAC tomorrow, 2:30. Dean, we have a meeting with them afterwards. Don't forget. Friday, we have Just Another Friday Night. I don't quite know yet what they're going to talk about, but they've been killing it on the Friday shows. And I would say expect a pre-recorded Ox PD to air Saturday night, if not Sunday. So stay tuned for that. We'll try to play for a little bit longer than we normally do. I apologize. It's when it's a mod as complicated as that, you're waiting on other people's hard work to be able to play. So yeah, we love you guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next episode.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye.